So I just wanted to give an update on this hay toss feeder. And as I've mentioned before, we used to use these hay boxes, and what would happen is the fines and the grains and the seeds and stuff in the hay would fall to the bottom of these boxes and kind of block the hole. And so what and I don't know what would happen. The goats would like just rub up against that stuff and sneeze on it or lick it or breathe on it or something, and none of the goats would want to eat it because it was kind of touched by everybody or something. So anyway, we just got in the habit of using all the fines as bedding. We'd kind of just take it by hand and throw it out onto, after we clean the barn floor, we'd throw it out onto the barn floor. But that's actually a very good source of nutrients for the goats, and so I just want to give you a demonstration. I might have to stop the video and take a couple still pictures so you can see. But what we didn't realize was that's not dirt. For some reason we thought it was like just dirt and like nasty stuff that they didn't want to eat that was collecting down the bottom. These seeds and stuff, it kind of looks like dirt. But looking at it real close, we've discovered it is actually, it's seeds. And I'm gonna, like I said, I might have to stop the video and give you a close-up of this. But so you get all this together and you can kind of take like the big pieces of hay off. But then you look at this stuff. Let me get a couple more. You look at this stuff, and this is, I might have to, like I said, refocus in. But this is grains. This is like, you know, if you've ever seen chopped alfalfa at Tractor Supply. This is actually very good part of the hay for the goats to eat. And I just want to show you, when you lift this up, I can lift this up and you look under here. I'm just going to pull some out real quick. But there is just piles of it that accumulate down there, and like I said, you gotta take the big stuff off the top and you can throw that back in. But then you're left with all these fines, these seeds, and essentially it's like grain. It's essentially like grain or chopped alfalfa. So I'm just gonna put it in this bucket, and you can watch for yourself how the goats just love to eat this. I mean, it's an important part of the hay that shouldn't go to waste. And yeah, so check this out. I might stop it for a second to try and get a close-up picture of that. So as you can see, I'm zoomed in close now. It's just a bunch of seeds and a bunch of it's a bunch of food in there, as long as you find a way to keep it clean. And this is what this hay toss feeder does. It kind of separates this stuff out, and they can eat it just like grain. So now let me show you. Alright, here we go. Check this out. Oh, I've never done it this way before. Usually I just take it by the handful. Well, they just can't wait to eat it. Just let me get it in there and I'll dump it in there for you. There. It's just kind of out of their reach there, but they eat it. It's like candy or like a treat or a snack. And you see Day's pushing to get her share of it. But so the no waste hay toss, hay feeder box, this is you know, it's almost complete. I got a few more little details I need to figure out with it, but nothing goes to waste. The seeds are collected down here, and I have this net over here kind of temporarily. I think I'm gonna, if you can't see it, there's like deer netting. But that's just to keep the chickens off, because that's like a dinner plate and the seeds and stuff are falling on there, and I don't want the chickens to get up there and make a mess on there. So I might have to experiment with different ways to do that. Maybe make it shorter so the chickens can't land on it, or maybe I'll just have a piece of something hanging there. But yeah, so the goats, nothing goes to waste. They eat the hay. The hay is contained. They have visibility in there. They have commitment. They're up on the boards. You can see those girls are up on the board. They have to stick their head through the hole, so they are committed and they have high visibility, and the the system contains the hay, and none of it goes to waste, not even the seeds. You can scoop those back up and throw that in, and the goats just love it. Alright, just wanted to do a quick update video on these hay feeders. I've been making a couple more and trying a few different things here. And so, one thing, I'm getting ready to make some major modifications to kind of this one right here, because I think I've come up with something better than this lower shelf, and I have it kind of the way I want it for the Billy's hay feeder box. So I'm going to go ahead and do that here, and you can see what that is. Essentially, I'm going to cut that board off that's sticking out here, and I'm going to take it and put it up here and get rid of, I put this kind of wire mesh side piece on here just to, again, keep the chickens out. I might have mentioned that in another video, but I just don't like that part. It's too sharp. A lot of sharp edges on that, and I've had to put like this deer netting here to keep the chickens off of that shelf, so I just don't really like that too much. But it seems to work well and accomplish what I need it to work if this shelf is up here, because then I'll put some hinges on it. When I want to put hay in there, all I got to do is open that shelf, and then I can bring the wheelbarrow in right under it and then put the hay into the feeder, and it not hardly any hay will go on the ground there. But another thing I'm still in the process of figuring out is, in the previous videos I made a discovery since then, and I guess it's really quite a nifty discovery. But with this fine mesh that's on these feeders, it's actually separating this stuff, the fines that fall out. I thought that was dirt, and I said that you should go ahead and we use that for bedding when you clean the barns. But if you look real close at that, and I might have another video where I kind of zoom in and show you that, but if you look real close at that, this, I don't think you'll be able to see it, but this is like seeds. This is not dirt. This is like seeds, and they love it. It's just like, it's pretty much like candy to them. So a really nutritious part of their hay feed that we don't want them not to have. But yeah, I guess I was, and with this feeder box too, I kind of made it more flush with the back of this hoop. This one sticks out a little bit more, and I was having problems with the chickens getting up on that. The chickens can't get up in this. Like, if they get up in there, they'll poop on it, so that's not good. But they can't get up in that because it's flush. And this one does stick out a little more. I don't know if I'm going to leave it like that. As you can see, there's a little bit of waste falling on the ground here because this one's not as long. So there's not that much waste here coming from this box because it's the shelf sticks out a little bit. So I still have to think about that. But right now I just put this deer netting bar here, and that's enough to keep the chickens off of that shelf. And I also added a clear plastic corrugation along the top, and that if the chickens ever get on top, that again keeps it. It keeps the poop from going down into the hay feeder box, and keeps their feed clean. So I'm going to go ahead and toss this one time for them. And I'm going to show you what I've done to the Billy's hay feeder box, because I think that one's getting pretty close to almost all figured out. But what I found is moving this shelf up here like this doesn't seem to inhibit their vision. Like, they can still see as much as they need to without wanting to constantly pull out. So, and it just makes it cleaner instead of this sharp wire here. But still experimenting. That's the update for now. Stay tuned for more. I think I'm getting close to a final design on this. And here's the hay box for the Billy. So this is the only one I've done so far that is like outdoors. So I was able to, just mount it to his cattle panel, and he has grown substantially. So I think I need to raise this box up and kind of this faceboard with the step on it that he steps on. I need to put that, make that longer, and it has to do with how long his leg and his shoulder are. You just kind of experiment. with how high to put the box and how low to put that step, but I have some dimensions that I've been working with that seem to work, are working okay. But so I mean, this box typically, that, you know, that's what it is. You've seen it before, but what I was able to do was just, I had a piece of this clear corrugation left over, and I put some zip ties through it to hold it to the cattle panel where I want it, and then I put some Gorilla Tape over those holes just to keep the water from going through the holes. But that, it's been through some rainstorms and it seems to be doing the trick. So all I got to do is lift this up and it kind of hangs over like that. And then, so this is his hay box where I made the sides higher instead of extra wire on the side, and it seems to be working okay. I might try doing this with the girls, but essentially I set this up so you can twist and then open, and then you bring your wheelbarrow right up underneath that and you can just throw it right in, and you know, this little shelf catches anything that, you know, while you're transporting. And this worked out really nice because the bars of the cattle panel that run like this are on this side, so when I open this shelf it actually sits right on that bar without, that's really nice. Like if that bar wasn't there, it might like fall halfway down or whatnot. But so that actually worked out kind of nice, and it should always work out like that, because when you set this up you need to mount the box so that one of those bars is at this elevation anyway, which just works perfect for that. So so that's the update on that box. Couple more things, but stay tuned and let me know if this is of any interest to you. Give me a like, subscribe, comment, share, and let me know if you want more information on how to build these, and I'll put together a better how-to of, you know, exactly what this metal is and kind of different dimensions of how I did this. So thanks for watching.